Yo, what's poppin' people? Cobra Star Green back with you guys with another video today. If you guys first time finding my channel or anything like that for your boy, please hit that subscribe button. Also like the video. Yes, today I will be doing my review. Oh, that intro was for you, the bad habits. But today I'll be doing my review for Transformers Rise of the Beast. Or the Beast, whatever it's called. But yes, we'll be doing this one now. Is this one better than the Michael Bay films? Which that ain't hard to do. Is this one any good? Should you guys see this in theaters? Should you guys wait? Well, I'll be answering all you guys' questions today. But with saying that, cue the intro.
We got a problem. 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 Yeah, it's probably you. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem.
So yes, oh shoot, my fault. Wrong thing, my bad. But yes, today we'll be doing our review on the new Transformers film. Now, it sucks because when this movie's coming out, it's when a lot of other properties came out, like Fast 10, Guardians, Spider-Verse, Flash, all this stuff is coming out, and then this Transformer movie is also coming out. So I feel like off of that alone, I feel like this movie might bomb, but we'll have to wait and we'll have to see. But let me give you guys my review. Now, I'm not going to talk about the plot because I feel like the plot might contain a little bit of a spoiler for some things. So I'm just going to refrain from the plot. I'm going to skip that part. And I'm going to talk about something, man. I'm going to talk about these goddamn characters, talk about the action, talk about the effects and all that stuff with you guys today. So as you guys know, man, our OG is back. My favorite Transformer of all Transformers. Man, Optimus, the GOAT Prime, is back, and he's played by Peter Culligan. I'm not too sure. Is that the same guy that did the Michael Bay one? Because he showed it in the movie sound like him. And I will say, in this movie, for Optimus, it's hurts to say this. Like, because it's weird when I say this. Because I know you guys listen to me when I say this. I prefer the Michael Bay Optimus Prime. Like, if you guys remember that Optimus Prime, Michael Bay Optimus Prime was a complete badass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Michael Bay Optimus Prime literally would have you fighting with the Autobots and saying F you Decepticons. You know what I'm saying? His pregame speeches and stuff like that. So I prefer Michael Bay Optimus Prime. But this Optimus Prime and this new one in Rise of the Beast, I'm not going to lie, was better written. Definitely. There's more heart to this Optimus Prime in this film right here. And you got to commend the writer because they did not have to do that. You know, they did not have to put so much effort into making Optimus Prime a better character than I feel like he should be in this movie. So Optimus Prime, definitely one of my favorite characters in the movie. If you guys remember Transformers, if you guys like them there, you'll definitely end up liking him here, man. He's not my favorite character, but he does what he does, man. He's a leader. You know, and going through this movie, stuff happens to his team, and he has to learn. He has to adapt. You know, he used to be like, well, damn. You know, I can't be like how I used to be. I gotta step up to the plate. You know, so I really did like Optimus Prime's character growth in this one. Now there is a couple of human beings in the film that they have, like Anthony Ramos that plays Noah Diaz. But I really won't go too deep into them because, honestly, if we being real with y'all, they characters aren't that deep. They want them to be deep, but they're really not. So we'll talk about them in a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? I'd rather talk about the better characters. And I'll just tell you guys, man, my favorite character, and it is so wild to say this, y'all. It is beyond wild to say this is my favorite character because this guy as an actor is just so, like, hit or miss. Like, very, very hit or miss. And I'm talking about, I'm trying to find a clip of this dude. Holy crap, I cannot find a clip. Oh, right here. He's my favorite character, and I think he will be your favorite character for just different reasons. But my favorite character, Pete Davidson, man, played Mirage in this one, man. He's the Transformer right here. And pretty much this Transformer is comic relief. Dead ass. That is it. Like, I will say he reminded me, I think this is the reason why he's my favorite character. He reminded me of me, you know, cracking jokes, things that I should be taking a lot more serious. He don't really take serious. Like, people that he's with get seriously injured, get seriously hurt, you know, and he's just like, come on guys, why y'all down? You know, like he's always positive. You know, like I say, always cracking jokes. And I really think Pete Davidson as a Mirage, I think he'll be your favorite character, and he definitely was my favorite character. You know what I'm saying? Like his comic relief was A1. Honestly, I didn't even know it was Pete Davidson that was playing him. But yeah, man, great job by Pete Davidson. I would say, and I don't give Pete Davidson a lot of great jobs nowadays. But nah, man, he killed it as Mirage. And like I said, I feel like he was my favorite character. I feel like he'll be your favorite character also. Now, one more Transformer we're gonna talk about. There's a lot more other Transformers, but I'm not finna get to all these goddamn. There's too goddamn many of them. Okay, there's way too many of them. Next one to get to, and I'll get to the final one. Bumblebee, your boy Bumblebee is back. You know, I honestly, this is a character that when it comes to Transformer films, you could even hate the Michael Bay films, but we can always agree on that they never got Bumblebee wrong. You know, Bumblebee was always written the correct way, and he is the same way here. You know, there's something that happens in the second act with him, and then you see this huge payoff with him in the third act. You know, I'm not spoiling anything, but you see the big payoff in the third act with Bumblebee, and it's like, wow, this works. This is how you flush out a character. You know, like I said, when it comes to Bumblebee, they just can't seem to write this character wrong. In my eyes, they've never have, and I don't think they never will. Even the Bumblebee movie Bumblebee was written very well written here. So I got no complaints. As you see so far, Optimus Prime, Mirage, Bumblebee, I ain't got no complaints with those Transformers. What I do have complaints with are the human beings. They cannot get any human beings right in these Transformer movies. Honestly, what they need to start doing is just put the movie on Cybertron or something, so we ain't gotta worry about the humans, man. Humans, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The humans make these movies so boring. Now, I gotta say, Anthony Ramos, he kind of leveled it up because he was comic relief as well. Like, he just wasn't like a one-note character. And you see the journey he's going through in this film. His journey is pretty much like he's trying to get a job, right? And jobs keep turning him down. And then as he's getting turned down from a job, he ends up falling into a life of a job he shouldn't be going after. And that's how he ends up meeting the Autobots, you know? I mean, it's a cool little journey. At the same time, very boring, at least to me. I did not really care about that. I more cared about his goddamn comic relief and the funny lines, funny punchlines he was saying. Because he does a lot of those in the movie. But I just didn't care about his character too much. I cared about his brother a lot more than I feel like I did Anthony Ramos' character. And his brother, he don't get a lot of screen time, but his brother's a good actor, and I wish they would have done more with his brother. But yeah, man, these humans, I just feel like they don't get them right. And then they have the most cheesy dialogue. Like, it's cool if you hear their dialogue in a theater, because you're like, oh, this is cool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you watch this at your crib, like on HBO Max or whatever, I feel like especially his dialogue, I feel like you're going to be like, yo, what is this cheesy crap that he's saying? You know, we've got to suit up. You know, oh, it's something in those lines. I don't even think he said that line, but it's something like that. Where it's like, Jesus, if I watch this at the house, I'd just be uncomfortable. I would get secondhand embarrassment watching this, you know? But yeah, that's just, and there's another human character you got here too. It's two big ones that are your main two. You even got her. I mean, I forget her name. I gotta look her up really quickly because I really forget. I forget her name a lot, but I've seen her a lot. Damn, they don't even got her up here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, right here, there it is. Dominique Fishback. That's how you say her name. Pretty much she's an intern at this museum, and she's very cultured with, like, you know, with artifacts and stuff like that. And she ends up, I don't want to spoil too much because I don't know what's spoilers, what's not spoilers, but she ends up getting tagged along, and she's the perfect person to get tagged along with the Autobots. Because when she gets tagged along, she can really help out. I feel like she was the better human out of the two. If I had to choose, because of the fact that she contributed a lot more. Like she's like, look, I know these artifacts, I know these locations, I know where to go. She's actually helping the Autobots. So I mean, I liked her character a lot more than Anthony Ramos' Noah Diaz character, but I don't know. I mean, it's just something with the Transformers movies that like humans lack. The human department they lack. I feel like Mark Wahlberg wasn't too bad, but other than that, man, and even Shia LaBeouf, I feel like wasn't as bad. But yeah, I don't know. It's something with these humans, man. They just don't fully know how to write them as well as the Autobots, man. But let's talk about some other things, man. I'll just say this movie, these are action flicks, man. You go into these movies for the action itself. And I feel like the action here delivers. This wasn't like when you go see those Michael Bay films and you're like, man, what is going on? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna defend Transformers 2 because that's my favorite one. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is my favorite Transformers movie. I don't care what nobody says. Y'all can fight me on that one because I still love that movie so much. But hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. But we all go see these movies, like I said, for the action that they present here. And like I said, and what I was getting into is that the action in these Michael Bay flicks, you kind of can't tell what's going on. It's kind of hard to be like, okay, who's which? Who's Autobots? Who's Decepticon? Because y'all kind of look alike. In this movie, you could definitely tell the difference. Easily, you could tell the difference. So I could actually understand and actually see what was going on in this movie. And I got to give kudos to the director, man. I'm like, man, because the last ones, I didn't know what was going on. But this one, I could actually see. Now, I don't have to give a drawback on something. The effects, to me, weren't that good. There's especially, and I'll talk about the ending of the film. I won't spoil anything with the ending. I'll just talk about it. But there's a really bad effect at the ending of the film. Now, the ending of the film is going to make you go, oh my God. Like, no way. Like, that's going to be your reaction at the end of the movie. Not going to tell you why, but your ending reaction when you finish watching the film, you're going to be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But the way it looked, that green screen was not it, y'all. If I gotta say, that green screen was not it when I saw it. I'm not spoiling the end of the movie. I'm not telling you guys what happened, but you guys will jump for joy when you see it. But yeah, it didn't look good. And even some of the Autobots, when they were talking, it just didn't look right to me. It just didn't look good to me. One thing I'll say about Michael Bay, boy, he knows how to make some realistic ass Transformers, and he knows how to make them look good, talk good, all that stuff. I just feel like they didn't have it here. Now Michael Bay was credited as a producer in this one, so he still had some type of involvement. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just something with how they talk. It just didn't look right to me. But that could just be me. One thing about this movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever, and it does drag a little bit. It does overstay its welcome, as I like to say, because I feel like they could have cut out a lot from this movie, and they absolutely didn't. There was some scenes in this movie that I just felt like were just completely pointless. But hey, it is what it is. Everybody gotta make their movies over 2 hours nowadays. But this one, I felt like they could have cut out 10-15 minutes out of this film. But that's just me. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into my rating. Let's talk about it, man. This is something you take your kids to, man. If you guys remember those old cartoon Transformer flicks, man, you'll be right at home with this one, man. It's a very funny tone. Great action sequences as you see right there. It's you're dealing with a lot of fun characters. You got Bumblebee, that's fun. You got like my favorite character, Mirage, played by Pete Davidson. I feel like that would be everybody's favorite character. But you have him. You have Optimus Prime. Your leader. You even have some other Autobots you end up meeting early on in the film. They all do, I think, a really great job. Even the villains, man. I gotta say this, man. I didn't put this in my notes, but the villains of this film, I gotta say, they won me over. You know, it's been a while since I've said that for a Transformer film. Well, I was like, okay, I'm actually scared. You know, these villains in this movie in particular are actually very, very scary. They're very, very intimidating. You know, you don't know what they're gonna do next. And when you're fighting, and when they're fighting the heroes, you're kind of scared for the heroes when they fight them, because like I said, they're very, very intimidating, and they about their business. And not even that they about their business. Yeah, I can't say it. Cause that's going. I looked at the trailer. I didn't see the specific person in the trailer, so I ain't even want to say nothing. That's why I didn't bring up the plot at all, because I feel like it's gonna be a spoiler. But yeah, when you meet these villains, you're like, oh, these dudes mean business, and they for sure mean business. And I think, like I said, you'll be scared by them just a little bit, because they end up getting the job done a lot. But yeah, let's get into my ratings. Look, I'll say it's better than the Michael Bay Transformer movies, but it's not it's not saying much, because you know those movies I love too, but the rest of them are kind of y'all know that. But yes, if you're looking for another fun family action flick, this is one here. This is the one you take your kids to. This is the one you take your family to, just so you all can have fun. This is one of the movies you really need to see probably in the first weekend at the theater, just off the fact that there is very big nostalgia moments, especially that ending. Like, I'm not spoiling the ending. I'm just saying you will go crazy when you figure out what's going on. Like, they show you something at the end of the movie, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, you know, and like moments like that, or it's like if you see them at the house, then they're gonna have that create that same impact for you. But yeah, I had fun with this. You know, I'm not giving it. I just saw somebody gave it 10 out of 10. I'm not giving it 10 out of 10 because the movie does have its problems. Like the editing was kind of weird in some parts. Pacing, they really kind of had some pacing issues. So like I said, it made the movie drag. You know, the movie, they definitely could have cut out like 15 minutes out of this film, because there were definitely some scenes that I feel like did not need to be in this movie, but they actually were. But like, yeah, the characters you just end up having fun with. You know, you feel like you're a family. You feel like you're a part of the team when it comes to this family, the Autobots, even the humans. You know, I feel like the humans aren't written that well, and they're not deep. You still feel like you're a part of the family. You know, when Optimus Prime is giving his goddamn speech, you feel like he talking to you. You know, that's just how it is. But hey, if I'm giving my rating, it's a fun flick, man. It's fun. Better than the other ones, I'll say that, but that's not saying much. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not bad at all. A lot of fun to be had, but the movie definitely has its problems, basically with the effects department, I feel like. But hey, man, if it's your guys' first time finding my channel, please, for your boy, hit that subscribe button. Also, like the video. These allergies. Tell me your thoughts, complaint, criticism, stuff like that down below. And hey, we'll see you guys in the next one. Jesus, I'm just going through it today.